welcome you to the very beautiful and attractive Vietnamese islands. As you all know, Vietnam has a 3,260 kilometers in length coastline with hundreds of different beach and islands. We will show you some islands with very scenic view, wilderness, abundant organisms and famous historical site. The first island is Phu Quoc Island. Phu Quoc is a famous island for tourism, used to be one of the top 3 sites for tourism voted by National Geographic and usually is one of the top 10 ideal sites for tourism in Asia voted by ASEAN, with some of the most beautiful beaches in the world like Sao Beach, Dai Beach and dozens of others. If you suffer winter cold in the north at Tet, you can still feel the warmth from the sun in Phu Quoc Island. Therefore, it's not easy at all for you to resist enjoying the cool seawater or simply resting on the peaceful sand. Phu Quoc has many beautiful beaches for you to choose like Sao, Gan Do, Dai, Ong Lam, Tom, Vung Ba. Phu Quoc Nam Prison in Thoi Town, Phu Quoc Prison or Khe Dua Jail are the very exciting sites for tourists who are interested in the history of the island. Through the statues, these places reappear corporal punishments that the American and French armies has used to torture Vietnamese troopers. Especially, you don't have to pay any coin for visiting. You can as well drive through the national forest and enjoy the abundant seafood. The locals here are also pearl farming, making fish sauce, of which products have become the area's fame. And one last thing that you can't miss is the local pepper gardens. The pepper here has the bolder taste than any other area. And the locals are always welcome you to their smoothly green gardens. After the visit, you may buy some pepper as souvenir for your relatives. The second one is Bien Hung Island. Locating near the Bien Ga Island, Bien Hung Island is rumored to be the very new site to explore. Since it takes only 5 minutes to get there from mainland, the boats are always available. The island hasn't yet been exploited for tourism, so it's pretty wild. Freshwater Beach is one of the beaches you should try. The reason for its name is the freshwater line flowing through the beach. Bien Hung is also attractive because of Han Chat Lighthouse, De Trung Reef and travel services comparable to Bien Ba Island. There is also an extremely beautiful beach named Kine. With a seawater of 3 colors, the clear water that you can see the sea bottom and the fine white sand, this beach will surely allure anyone setting foot here. The third one is Con Do Island. Con Do Island, the island that marks the very crimes of the French colonialism and US imperialism, back from the days they invaded and devastated our homeland Vietnam. Have you ever seen a place that has taken blood and life of thousands of Vietnamese innocents, as well as the way of torturing has been used here that we might not have witnessed thoroughly through the public media? Let us explore the wilderness island, that marked the very chauvinism of the warriors who have fell in the 2 great battles that carved deeply in the mind of each Vietnamese. The ecosystems of Thai Island appear before your eyes like a very colorful picture of coral immersed with the marine life under the blue sea water. You may as well see the mun squirrels, the special squirrel that features only in Con Island, geckos, red face monkeys and many kinds of seabirds. Edge Island is the tourist attraction that has the largest number of turtles laying in Vietnam. In here you will have the opportunities to discover the beauty of the mangrove forests, as well as freely swim and watch the coral under the blue sea water. And of course, no less than any other sites, here you are offered many famous specialties like moon crab, shark goy, or bankseed confectionery. The fourth is Thomas Chu Islands. Thomas Chu is not a familiar name on the Vietnamese maps for tourism. However, if you are making a journey across Kien Giang, you definitely can't miss the whole new experiences named Thomas Chu. Thomas Chu is combined of 8 islands as well as big, located in the western and southernmost of the country. The islands belong to Phu Quoc District, Kien Giang, and is 200 kilometers away from Rajchaya City. Thomas Chu is not only bewitching with beautiful, pristine beaches, but also where history imprints. There is no motel or hotel on the island. So, make your choice. You can either ask the locals to stay for a night, or local management units to make camp and set fire. You can start with New Beach, which has a high population, by figuring about the fishing craft here. You may find yourself dived into the delicious local seafood like snails, fish, squid. Or maybe, you can choose to discover the one across New Beach and Dong Beach with scene-like painting, the fresh air of the primary forest, which can make you mistaken with some places in the fairy tales. Thomas Chu Islands is the military area, managed by the Navy of Military District 9 and the local border forces of Kien Giang Province. So, take note, you'll need the permission from those units to set food on the islands. The fifth is New Islands. Locating 4 kilometers away from mainland, New Islet is combined of 2 small islets. The bigger one has the height of 133 meters, and the other one 88 meters. And the area is only 2.5 square kilometers. There is a meteorological station at the top of the islets. The islets have a very plentiful wilderness life, the majority of which is wild animal captured from smugglers. The locals are not allowed to go fishing within 10 nautical miles around the islands. Therefore, there are lots of rare seafood, especially the dragon snails. You can watch the gravel beach stretched for miles, or, if you want to bathe, you can go to Tam Jen Beach. Besides visiting and admiring the new temple, built from the early Tran dynasty, tourists can also visit the scene around the island, like the fish farming zone at the distance water. You may as well enjoy tasting cobia with Songnu wine,